6, 7, 8. I'll work that out. Well, I know you gotta be tired of hearing me talk about all the trouble I have with this equipment, but it's still kind of fun to me, even though it's been maybe 6 months. I don't know how long I've been jacking around with this stuff trying to get it ready to perform. But I learned something about my ears because of this. And that was that I may have said that I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago and he said it would go away after 3 days because I had vertigo. I don't know if you know about vertigo, and I can talk about it lightly now, but I'm telling you, that is scarier than any other disease or illness because it makes you think you wouldn't be able to go drive a car or walk around because I'd sit up and I'd feel my head spin in such a way that I couldn't even get my balance. It was absolutely terrifying. And that's why I might not have made such a big deal out of it because it was too scary to talk about. But anyway, after 2 weeks, it kind of mellowed out. And I went back, like the doctor said, to give him more money, I guess. And he said, well, have you been messing with your ears? And I thought, no. I said, well, I wear headphones when I record. And he said, well, do you clean your headphones? And I said, yeah, I've got little alcohol cloths that I tell everybody in the group to wash their earpieces with. He said, oh, that could be it. But then, I really don't think it was that. But I do think it was the earpieces. I think that it was that I had been getting frustrated with poking them into my ears, and I would force them in there real hard. And so I said, is it possible that I kind of damaged my ear facilli? He was telling me how my ears worked as they usually do. And you know how your balance is determined by these little hairs inside your ear, way inside your ear, and they flow back and forth like this with the juice inside your eardrum, and it makes you either feel steady or not steady. And he said, oh yeah, we found it now. He says, if you've been poking those things in your ear and you're mad at them, then you probably just, temporarily screwed up your facilli, and so that's why you had vertigo for 2 weeks. And so that was a happy ending to that story. But the other part was that, the other thing I wanted to tell you about, because I'm an old man and I got to tell you about stuff, is that, today we were supposed to not spend any money, right? And so I didn't spend any money. I didn't even hardly go on Facebook or do anything that cost money. I just did yard stuff and watched the birds in the rain. And but then I realized how I hadn't seen any advertisements for this day where we're not supposed to spend any money. And where I did see lots of advertisements for the No King's Day, all 3 of them. And I thought, oh man, I think I get it now. See, the oligarchs, that packed the Supreme Court and made it like a criminal enterprise and placed, a dangerous puppet, Trump, into the White House. Well, they don't care if 8.5 million people go to the capitals of every town in the world. That's no big deal to them. They might go themselves and wave a flag. But they do care if you don't spend any money for a day. And so, no matter how many times you posted that advertisement for the don't spend any money today, you didn't see any advertisements for don't spend any money because I guess they have control enough of social media to stop that from happening. So anyway, I think I have everything set up, and so I am going to go ahead and buy this freaking software that lets me go on the social medias all at once, and I can do some fancy things. I hadn't done hardly any of the fancy things except green screen back there, and like say this right here, you can do some rock and roll things. Wait, let's see what this does. Not much to that, huh? Okay, so anyway, here is the next song, and possibly the last test, because then it won't say test on every video, because I'll be able to change it, because I'll have bought this, what's it called? OBS software. So anyway, let's see how this song comes out. This is the song I used to test drummers. And there's this girl on Facebook that I think would be the most perfect character for Safely Limitless, because she's pretty strange, it seems like. And she plays the drums, so she should come and be the drummer. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Oh, and of course I need a lead guitar player, at least a lead guitar player, But it's got to be somebody with no drugs, no drinking, and what is the other thing? Oh, and don't act sexy toward me. Guys, I just, no matter how grateful you are if I do something good, or no matter how happy or lovey I might look if I say thank you or something, I am not interested. So please, don't act forward toward me. So here we go. I think I met a perfect girl. We spent some time at lunch. She taught me how to talk football. Now I want her for the band. Next time we talked about my music, she told me more about her sport. Somebody joked about her drinking. Seemed like she didn't want me to hear. We met again to eat at lunchtime and talked about her fighting friends. And I met her fellow workmates. We did a little laugh. nothing. This song is not about Heather. I sing about a lot of chicks. But I just wanna play with her football. She heard me play my music. I said I'd like to get to know you. This did not please her friends. They all went home. We met again at lunchtime. I rode in her dirty car, and I told her that I liked her. She said I talk too slow. This song is not about Heather. I sing about a lot of chicks. She may think I like her better, but I just wanna play with her football. Yeah, I just wanna play some football. She heard me play again and gave a big sexy hug, like a good mixed message. I gave her a set of drumsticks. She heard me play again and said she is not a drummer. I told her I would show her how, and I kissed her neck. This song is all about Heather. I gotta sing about that chick, and I guess I like her better, but I still wanna play with her football. Yeah, I still wanna play some football. Yeah, I still wanna play some football.